What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast. And I didn't dedicate enough time to talking about this, but this is something that we really need to be on top of because the power stations being attacked, it's not just happening in one or two areas, folks. No, this is happening around the country, around the world, actually. We see here that four substations in and around the Tacoma, Washington area, so in the Pacific Northwest, were vandalized by burglars Sunday, knocking out power to thousands of people. And they're looking for the suspects following the attacks at the Tacoma Public Utilities and Puget Sound Energy substation. And so we have over 14,000 people that lost power. Um, Folks, I mean, let me see. If I type in power stations attacked, right? Not Tacoma. We see let's see here. Um it's attacked North Carolina. Let's look at that one. Well, it looks like right now. So as North Carolinian, so this was on December 9th that happened. Let's just put US and let's see if we see any other ones. So we see in the Pacific Northwest, North Carolinas. Um, I don't see any other ones, but I believe. Oh, and Tennessee, I believe, might have been another one. Let me type that in real quick so we can go ahead and see what's going on. But anyways, this has been happening more and more. In Moore County is where it happened, but this has been happening more and more, and you're gonna see this continue to happen. And our power grid is under attack. Make no mistake about it. And these are things that you have to make note of and see because it's real and it's definitely happening. Moving on here, Ohio State House floods after pipes burst. This is the State
Oh
House
my
in
God.
Ohio, completely flooded. Pipes are just busted. What's been happening because of the cold. And so that's going to take a lot of money in order to fix. So here, talking about the market crash, right? We're seeing a lot of contagion in the market. Take a listen.
There were signs before the market crashed that the economy was starting to go down again. Uh, Short term signs of economic recession can never be trusted. We always have pauses, and sometimes economies come back. But there were signs of over speculation all over the place, in particular the high level of stock prices, which were very hard to justify on any historical basis. But there were investment trusts that average people were putting their money in. Investment trusts were able to borrow a lot of money to invest in stocks. Average people, typical people, were borrowing money on their own to buy individual stocks.
What does that sound like? Is that anything familiar? What was happening in 1929? Does that sound familiar to right now? Keep listening.
Margin borrowing. So there were all kinds of signs that there was trouble to come.
It began to sort of vacillate through September. And then in October, it began to fall. And then in about the third week in October, the bottom started to fall out.
And that's usually a sign when the bubble will burst. And it did in October of 1929.
The crash of 1929 was like a perfect storm in which all of these improbable things came together at the wrong time in the wrong way.
Black Thursday. Collective insanity put in an appearance. In just a few hours, 13 million stocks were suddenly dumped on the market by panic-stricken shareholders who didn't even...
Folks, usually what happens is there's a clear, distinct thing that happens, and that is marked on a day, and you'll know when it happens. I'll save that for last. But here, this is a guy I follow, who owns, is in the dealership business, and this guy just sold all of his cars at $100,000 loss, and that's people are losing a lot of money. Here you see the 30-second guide to government spending, and here you see individuals buy in quadrant 1, which is if you're using your own money and it's for yourself, you have a high concern for quality and for cost. But governments, they're using someone else's money and they're buying it for someone else. So there's low concern for quality and low concern for cost. Here, the same dealership guy says 1 in every 5 cars we retailed last week had zero profit or we lost money on the sale. That's 4 times more than December 2019. So all is not good in the car business. And by tracking these little sectors of the economy, you're able to see cracks in the system start to fall. The floor is starting to fall out from under them. Here, Roosevelt Field Mall is on lockdown. Seems like there was some shootings there. So watch out, spread the word, because these shootings are increasing. And to go back here, I want to end on this. It says, how can a man enjoy being awakened at 6:30 a.m. by an alarm clock, leap out of bed, dress, force feed, poop, piss, brush teeth and hair, and fight traffic to get to a place where essentially you made lots of money for somebody else and we're asked to be grateful for the opportunity to do so? So folks, realize the state in which everything is in and try to get out of that rat race. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. It's the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.